Did he sound at all concerned when you talked with him Friday night?
Nope.
He wasn't worried on the phone?
Nope.
Did he sound down, depressed in any way?
He sounded fine.
Are you convinced he's the guy?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, pretty much since day one, I really thought of him as kind of the love of my life.
Under the veil of night, a mysterious saga unfolded around Brian Shaffer. Picture a typical Friday evening, the excitement of spring break in the air. Little did Brian know that this night of revelry would transform into a perplexing riddle. As the clock neared 2 a.m., Brian stepped into the shadows, disappearing from our reality. What followed was a mind-bending tale, where facts blurred, and the pursuit of truth exposed an intricate web of theories and unanswered puzzles. Get ready for a ride through the perplexing journey of Brian Shaffer, a disappearance that eludes explanation, leaving us with a spine-tingling enigma. Please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories like these. In 2006, the mysterious disappearance of Brian Shaffer left his family, friends, and investigators on a perplexing quest for the missing Ohio State University medical student. Born on February 25, 1979, Brian grew up in Pickerington, Ohio, with his parents Randy and Renee Shaffer, and his brother Therick. Known for his bright nature, intelligence, and creative side, Brian had a passion for playing the guitar and enjoyed tropical holidays. He fell in love with his girlfriend, Alexis Wagner, during his time at Ohio State University. Brian's life took an unexpected turn on that night when, after a dinner with his father to commemorate the recent loss of his mother, Renee Shaffer, who succumbed to a rare form of bone cancer just 3 weeks earlier, he ventured out for a night of celebration with his friend William Clint Florence. Little did anyone know that this night of bar hopping, which started at the infamous Ugly Tuna Saloona, would culminate in his baffling disappearance, leaving behind a myriad of unanswered questions. On that typical Friday night celebration, Brian and Clint left the Ugly Tuna and headed down the street and made a few stops along the way at other bars before they ran into Florence's friend Meredith and revisited the Ugly Tuna Saloona around 1:15 a.m. with her. Surveillance footage outside the bar, later obtained by investigators, clearly showed Brian, Florence, and Reed taking the escalator to the upstairs bar of the Ugly Tuna around the same time. The footage also captured the images of Brian again at 1:55 a.m., standing at the top of the escalators talking to 2 women. That was Brian's last confirmed sighting, placed him outside the bar before re-entering. The women captured on the surveillance footage later identified as Ohio State classmates by Clint. He turned back into the bar after the brief chat. After re-entering, Brian inexplicably vanished, separated from Clint and Reed. In their last conversation, Brian mentioned heading towards the stage area, after which he vanished into thin air. The mysterious turn of events takes a chilling twist when, on April 3rd, Brian fails to show up for a planned trip to Miami with his girlfriend. The realization that Brian is missing sends shockwaves through his social circle, and the search for the truth begins in earnest. As days turned into weeks and then into months, the search for Brian took a careful turn. Cops kept an eye on his phone and bank accounts, hoping for a sign, but silence hung in the air. No clues to whether Brian was still out there. The theory split into 2 ideas. One thinking Brian chose to go on a journey, dealing with his mom's loss and dreaming of an island getaway. The other, more shadowy thought was foul play, suspecting something was off about Brian disappearing when he had plans and family commitments. Then, in September, a strange thing happened. Brian's girlfriend, Alexis, heard his phone ring after endless voicemails. A glimmer of hope, but the mystery stayed intact. The phone signal pointed to Hillard, but nothing solid turned up. A psychic suggested Brian might be under a bridge in a river, sparking searches, yet the riverbanks gave up no secrets. In the middle of all this, a new theory emerged, tying Brian's story to the mysterious Smiley Face murders. This idea connected bodies found in Midwestern waters and smiley face graffiti, challenging the idea that these were accidents. The big question loomed. Was Brian Shaffer caught up in something darker? This sudden disappearance gives rise to various theories beyond those mentioned above, all attempting to unravel the mystery surrounding Brian Shaffer. One prevalent theory suggests that Brian might have attempted to utilize an emergency exit at the Ugly Tuna, leading to a construction site. This unorthodox route raises questions about the circumstances that might have unfolded in the dark recesses of the construction area. Some speculate that Brian could have had an accident, perhaps falling into a hole, and met an unfortunate end. However, skepticism arises, as it seems improbable that construction workers would overlook a man in distress before pouring cement. Another unsettling theory revolves around the possibility of foul play within the Ugly Tuna Saloona itself. Speculations abound that Brian may have met an accidental demise inside the bar, leading staff to clandestinely dispose of his body at the adjacent construction site to avert potential legal repercussions. Despite the macabre nature of this theory, there exists no tangible evidence to substantiate these claims. A third theory introduces the haunting prospect of suicide, as Brian's cell phone reportedly pinged in Hilliard, a city 14 miles northwest of Columbus, 3 months after his disappearance. Theorists suggest that this ping could signify Brian's final act of turning on his phone before ending his life. However, skepticism arises, as there is no concrete evidence suggesting Brian was in a suicidal state at the time of his disappearance. The narrative weaves through Brian's personal struggles, including the recent loss of his mother to cancer just 3 weeks prior to his disappearance. Some conjecture that the weight of grief and potential dissatisfaction with his medical career path led Brian to contemplate leaving his current life behind. However, this theory faces scrutiny, as Brian was reportedly doing well in school and was even planning to propose to his girlfriend. The plot thickens with the involvement of Clint Florence, the last person to see Brian alive. Clint's refusal to undergo a lie detector test adds an air of suspicion to the unfolding drama. A verbal altercation between Clint and Brian on the night of the disappearance raises questions about the nature of their friendship and whether it played a role in Brian's mysterious fate. Clint's lawyer, Neil Rosenberg, exacerbates the intrigue with cryptic statements, seemingly casting blame on Brian and suggesting that he holds the key to resolving the family's agony. As is often the case with missing persons, alleged sightings of Brian surface over the years, fueling the desperate hope that he might still be alive. The most recent sighting, in early 2020, involves an image of a homeless man bearing a resemblance to Brian. Despite local authorities' collaboration with the FBI and a facial recognition analysis, the lead fizzles out, leaving investigators to re-interview individuals connected to the case. March 2021 sees investigators releasing an age progression photo, envisioning how Brian might appear at 42 years old. This strategic move aims to keep the case in the public eye, with hopes that someone may hold a crucial piece of information that could finally unlock the mystery of Brian Shaffer's disappearance. The overarching uncertainty surrounding Brian Shaffer's fate continues to cast a chilling shadow over his family, friends, and investigators alike. Theories remain speculative, lacking the concrete evidence needed to bring resolution to this perplexing case. The disappearance of Brian Shaffer stands as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the haunting mysteries that sometimes remain forever unsolved. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Until next time, stay cautious and remain vigilant.